Diego was walking down the main avenue with worn-out sneakers, an old backpack, and the weight of worry sitting on his chest. He had spent the whole morning dropping off resumes in stores and restaurants, but the answer was always the same: "We'll call you later, kid." And later never came. While waiting for the bus on the corner, with the sun burning on his face, he noticed something unusual. A luxury SUV stopped in front of an upscale cafe. A young woman stepped out, beige dress, designer purse, massive sunglasses. She had the kind of life Diego only saw in magazines. Her name was Valeria, the only daughter of the most powerful and feared businessman in the city, Mauricio Herrera. Diego looked away. He hated feeling inferior, but 20 seconds later, everything changed. A man in a hoodie rushed toward Valeria, snatched her purse, and sprinted down the street. The bodyguards reacted late. Valeria screamed, "Someone help, my purse." One guard cursed and started running, but the thief already had a huge head start. People moved aside, some recorded the scene, but no one actually did anything. Something ignited inside Diego. He didn't think, he just ran. "Hey, stop," he shouted. The thief looked back, surprised anyone dared chase him. He cut through food stands, knocking things over. Diego dodged people, tables, carts. Running was the one thing he had always been good at in school. They turned into a narrow side street. The thief tripped over a trash bag and stumbled. In that split second, Diego lunged, slamming him against a wall and grabbing the purse. "Let go," the thief yelled, escaping in the opposite direction. But Diego didn't chase him. He already had what mattered. Legs shaking, heart racing, he walked back holding the purse like something sacred. The bodyguards were already approaching, stern and suspicious. Valeria stared at him, stunned. "Here, it's yours," Diego said, handing it over. "I didn't open anything, I swear." A guard stepped forward. "And who are you?" Diego tensed up, but before he could answer, Valeria intervened. "I saw him. He chased the thief. He's telling the truth." Their eyes met. Diego looked away quickly, but something shifted. For the first time in a long time, someone important believed him. The guards surrounded Diego. One whispered, "He could have staged the whole thing." "No, he didn't," Valeria insisted. At that moment, the SUV door opened, and Mauricio Herrera stepped out. Sharp suit, powerful presence. His voice didn't need to be loud to impose authority. "What happened here?" the guard explained. Mauricio looked at Diego like he was scanning him for lies. "And how do I know you weren't working with the thief?" Diego felt something twist in his stomach. "I swear, sir, I just wanted to help." Valeria stepped forward again. "Dad, I saw him. He was waiting for a bus. He doesn't look like a criminal." A guard added, "There are cameras everywhere. We can check them." Mauricio exhaled slowly. "Take him to the building's security room. I want the footage now." Diego's heart dropped. "Am I being detained? If you're innocent, you have nothing to fear." They took him to Herrera Corporate Tower. Marble floors, fancy receptions, elegant people. Diego felt painfully out of place. They placed him in a small room, while checking the footage. His hands were sweating. "What if they think I'm guilty just because I'm poor?" he wondered. Minutes later, the door opened. Valeria entered with a guard. "We saw everything," she said gently. "You were brave." Diego finally breathed again. "So, can I go? My father wants to speak with you." He froze. He had no idea that conversation would change his life. Mauricio's office was intimidating. Floor-to-ceiling windows, a massive desk, shelves full of awards. Diego stepped inside nervously. Mauricio didn't turn, simply said, "Sit down." Valeria was already seated. When Mauricio finally faced him, his eyes weren't as harsh as before. "We reviewed the cameras," he said. "You risked yourself for a stranger. You didn't have to." Diego shrugged. "I don't like seeing injustice, sir." "Do you work?" "Not right now. I'm looking. I help my mum with bills." "Education?" "Finished high school, wanted to keep studying, but, well, money." Valeria smiled. "He runs fast, Dad, like a professional." Mauricio observed him again, deeply. "There are things money can't buy, loyalty and courage." Diego frowned, confused. Valeria spoke first. "I asked my dad to hire you as my personal security." Diego blinked. "My, what?" "My bodyguard," she repeated. Diego panicked. but I've never worked security. I don't know anything about protocols. You'll learn, Mauricio interrupted. We'll train you. Good salary, benefits. But most importantly, you have what can't be taught. Diego swallowed hard. But, why me? Valeria smiled softly. Because you ran for me when no one else did. There was silence. Diego pictured his mom, the unpaid bills, the dim future. I accept, he finally said. I'll do my best. Mauricio nodded. Welcome, son. Your life is about to change. The following months were intense. A private training center, instructors, defense classes, route protocols. The other trainees were ex-military, ex-police, and they looked down on him. Hey kid, which academy did you come from? Street University, one mocked. But Diego ignored them. Captain Salgado, the head instructor, watched him closely. And Diego surprised everyone. Reflexes, discipline, memory. One night, Salgado pulled him aside. You know why you're here, not because of luck. You ran like someone who knows what it feels like to lose. That makes you different. Meanwhile, Valeria began treating him less like an employee and more like someone she trusted. She shared insecurities about fame, loneliness, pressure. I don't want friends who want my money, she said one day. I'm not here for your money, Diego answered. I know, she whispered. That's why I trust you. Still, behind their backs directors whispered. A poor kid as the main bodyguard. Dangerous, unprofessional. But Diego kept going, remembering why he started. A charity gala, rain pouring outside, Valeria glittering under the lights. Everything seemed normal, until Diego noticed a man in a black suit watching her too closely. No badge, no drink, no interaction. Something was off. Salgado, Diego whispered into the earpiece. That man by the column, he's wrong. I see him. He's not on the list. The man moved closer. His hand slipped inside his jacket. Diego stepped between him and Valeria. The doors flew open from the wind, a distraction. The man advanced. Miss Herrera, he said. Diego blocked him. Do you need something, sir? Move. The man snapped. Diego saw the hand movement. The same instinct from the robbery hit him again. He grabbed the man's wrist, twisted and pinned him against the wall. A hidden camera fell from his jacket. A vial with an unknown liquid rolled on the floor. Salgado arrived and helped restrain him. Later, they discovered the man worked for a rival company. He planned to record Valeria and create a scandal. That night, in front of everyone, Diego proved he wasn't a charity hire. He was necessary. The next morning, Mauricio summoned him again. If it weren't for you, he said, my daughter would be facing a scandal that could destroy her name. You didn't just save her purse. You protected her dignity. Diego blushed. I only did my job. No, Mauricio replied. You did far more. He took a deep breath. I've decided something. From now on you won't just work security. I'm going to pay for your college, full tuition, and you'll continue working for us while you study. Diego froze. My college, yes, Mauricio said. Loyalty and courage deserve real opportunities. Valeria smiled, eyes warm. I told you, our lives changed the day you ran for my purse. Diego's eyes filled with tears. Thank you, I won't fail you. He studied, he advanced, he earned respect, and every time someone asked how he changed his life, he simply said, it all started the day I decided not to stay still while someone stole a purse. He didn't know it at the time, but that moment wasn't just the start of a chase. It was the moment he ran directly into his destiny.